And we are back with more Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. Last time we left off, we have made some progress on a side path that we stumbled across, a Buddhist temple, but they've kind of seemingly gone astray from Buddhist teachings in search of immortality, or so saith a magical scroll that warned us against going further into the temple. Although said magical scroll did seem to be on our side, like they warned us in a kind way. It wasn't like, don't you dare go in there. It's more being like, if you go in there, they're probably not going to do good things to you. That said, we did get basically some some comments and a single comment basically on the previous video, going into, I guess we had missed something earlier. All because I didn't murder people that I was eavesdropping in on, so supposedly that will lead me to something I've been looking for, and I am choosing to interpret that to mean a new prosthetic tool. Like, obviously we have the umbrella. Yeah. I still need to actually get used to the umbrella a bit more. Though I do think basically it will be worth it to wait once we kind of master it a bit more. And yeah, there is also, we were trying to get into the castle keep to try and find, because we bought some information from the broker, who, yep, he's still right over there, and there is basically a short sword for use by female ninja, Kunoichi, which should be around, like, roughly, like, the comment was mentioning that the ninjas on the rooftop were guarding something, and we had already planned to go back there in order to look for an entrance into the keep. So something should be over there. As for what, not totally certain, but... And okay, let's go ahead. Yeah, I think the abandoned dungeon entrance is... Well, actually, we might be able to just go to the reservoir entrance. That might be closer. Because we're trying to get to that bridge that's between the abandoned dungeon entrance and what I had originally thought was the entry into the keep, but that was a different bridge, kind of a different angle. But I think this should work. Probably. We'll find out very shortly here. Alright. Start off going over here. Yeah, because we want to get onto that bridge right there. Because, yeah, supposedly the guys that we eavesdropped in on drop something that we then have to use somewhere that will then do something. Not exactly a precise science here, but, you know, it's still a lead for us to go on. Now, that said, I do remember that there are the little goblin-y dudes around here. Although... Can I just... Whoop, 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 whoop. Well, this is off to a great start. Alright. And take this guy down, get some health back. Alright, kill cool. Okay, how do we get up here, or up over there from here? I think maybe from over there? Oh. That was not quite the elegant approach I was hoping for. Why can't I swing from this thing? Oh, what? I mean, this is still locked, right? Yeah, okay. Huh. Alright, we're gonna try the other side of the bridge. If we still can't find an entrance, we'll just kind of warp on over. We'll go with the original plan of taking the abandoned dungeon entrance in. And I'm not really seeing a good connect point here. That said, the loading usually takes enough time where I think it might be fine for us just to quickly run and jump back to the warp point. I think. Yeah, here we go. Running over. Alright. Commune. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 118, I think... Why did it just say Sculptus Idol found when, like, we had already found that for quite some time? That was bizarre. Okay, let's go to the abandoned dungeon entrance. We do know there's the three wolves and the big guy who are guarding the entrance, so we're gonna have to take them out. I'm really hoping that this will result in us eventually getting a supernatural or occult prosthetic tool. Kind of curious. Yeah, okay, so communing with this one, we didn't get the whole, like, idol found. That's very strange that they showed that fanfare for us, despite the fact we had literally teleported over to it. Alright. Whoop. Nope. Alright, gotta bust out the shuriken. There we go, spinning shuriken. Okay, that's two of the wolves down. Alright, I'm just gonna wait for him to de-aggro. And we're assuming I haven't miscounted the number of wolves around here. There we go. Excellent. No need to look around, my good sir. Oh wait, in hindsight, that was a big guy who was kind of wearing really sloppy armor. I wonder if he was the one that the dudes on the bridge that we need to take care of were talking about when we eavesdropped in on them before. Yeah, let's go ahead. Which one's the more dangerous one? Maybe the one on the left. Gatehouse Key. The key to a samurai gatehouse located in the Ashina Reservoir, not far from the well the wolf is kept in. Here, Gyobu, the demon's broken horn, is suspectedly guarded by Ashina samurai. The broken horn is a spear blade once wielded by Gyobu the demon. It's said that no prey can escape Gyobu's horn. It pulls enemies in, and is even capable of stripping an enemy's armor. Okay. But so it's near the well that the wolf was kept in, and a samurai gatehouse. Oh! Okay, I think I know where that is. That's right, the number of things they put on people that you eavesdrop in on. But yeah, I think it's that house that we were wondering how to actually get into before. So, okay. Let's go over here. And jump. Whoopsie, that is the wrong button. Okay, let's go ahead and Spider-Man over a bit here. Alright, excellent. Then let's take out the gunner. Yeah, I'm thinking basically this house? Yep, gatehouse key used. Nice. Okay. Heavy coin purse, not bad. Come on, there we go. Gyobu's broken horn, a famed horn spear once used by Gyobu Masataka Oniwa. Affixed to the shinobi prosthetic to create a prosthetic tool. The horn contracts to pull enemies in, also capable of stripping crude armor. When the horn was broken during the rebellion, Ishin praised it for its splendid shape, awarding Oniwa the cross-bladed spear of Shuzen Tamura. Okay. So I'm kind of picturing Scorpion from Mortal Kombat as a tool? So like kind of a get over here mechanism? Alright. So with that in mind, and that gained, let's go back to the dilapidated temple. If we unlock this, we also, in theory, unblock certain upgrade paths because they require tools that we don't have yet. And yeah, this is a thing we would have just like straight up missed. I'm not trying to think of other people that we eavesdropped in on and didn't kill. Because I feel like there's quite a few of them, honestly. But they can't all have like really good unique stuff, or be guarding unique stuff, right? Alright, present. Fit new tool. The loaded spear. Yep, okay, we're looking like Scorpion here. Unleash far-reaching thrust attacks. Lighter enemies struck by the spear may be dragged towards the wielder. Those of a larger build will, at times, force themselves into poorly fitting armor. Such armor could be torn clean off, coined by Gyobu as armor stripping. Okay. The rest of the spear, pull an enemy struck by the spear back towards you. Okay. Seems straightforward enough. Okay, loaded spear generated. Yep, and okay, here we go. So, we have the loaded spear thrust type. A loaded spear reinforces the spring mechanism. Okay, store energy in the spring mechanism and uses momentum for successive and relentless thrust attacks. Okay. Then there's the cleave type. So store energy in the spring mechanism for a powerful cleaving attack. Spiral. The spear's spiral creates a corkscrew shockwave that gouges and rends as it penetrates. Okay, and this one even goes through, the sharp thrust tool from this prosthetic tool damages an enemy's vitality and posture, even through their guard. Into the leaping flame. Bathe the tip of the loaded spear in flames, making it dangerously sharp spear and firearm. A charged strike of the spear will knock enemies down and consume them in a fiery blaze. Okay. That unlocked quite a few little paths here. Although we still got basically this line, whatever it is, and we got this line, which I imagine these are two different tools. But the fact we got the spear, and that's the umbrella, really makes me think we should have already gotten this one by now. Maybe that's what we're heading towards next? Alright. Trying to think of the best way to get to where we're going next, because we have to go along the rooftops again. And we might as well go ahead and... Hold on. Alright, so this only takes one spirit emblem. Good, good. Kinda curious. Let's see here. Okay, so it's a literal spear. So it's not really quite Scorpion from Mortal Kombat. We're not doing a, like, far yank. Which I was kind of hoping we would, but, you know, it is what it is. Alright, I think we go back to, not the castle gate, not the outskirts. The castle? Yeah, here we go, okay. Because we can't get there from the old grave. And these are moving forward, so yes, okay, so the Ash in the Castle War Point. Then you've just got to fight a lot of ninjas on rooftops. Ideally, nothing will go wrong. Ideally. I imagine these guys are pretty lightweight, so I imagine that they will get kind of thrown around by the spear, but we'll find out. Worst comes to worst, we could probably use our umbrella? Maybe? But okay, let's see here. Okay, dun. Thought I vaguely recalled this guy trying to jump on over. Ah, here we go. And throw his body off the roof. That works. Oop, I'm about to get spotted again. Alright, we'll sneak the long way around like we did originally. Okay, all these guys are pretty small fry compared to the massive horde of ninjas coming up here. I do wish I better understood exactly how to use the purple smoke kind of like lighting the way. I mean, it lights the way, but we don't really get the opportunity to sneak up on these guys, so... Ah, yes. I forgot that one of them's up there. How do I actually get up there, though? I could have sworn that we had a grapple point previously. Oh, there we go. Okay, we're gonna have any volunteers to jump on over? Okay, we're able to kind of keep our emblems at least at a moderately treading water point. Oh. Oh. How did we not get that item in the nest previously? Alright, pellet, not bad. Alright. Yep, I see you on the kite. Admittedly, it is pretty cool. See, I want to be able to do that. Why can't I do that? Alright. I do remember just being ambushed by way more than we thought would be around here. Okay, there's one. There's two. We know there's someone to the left that are probably going to notice us, but... Yep. Oof, okay. That was a bit. Alright, let's get the healing gourd ready. Good. Okay, good. Alright. That's a healthy number depleted. Still have the one on the kite, though. Whoa. I had totally misjudged which one was aggroing on me. Okay. Thought the blade had come at me from a different direction, but I guess it was like a curved blade going on there. Alright, mister. Get off your kite. Hmm. Well, he's pretty far away, but I'd imagine around here would be like where he'd aggro. Okay, but maybe not though. But okay. So, both according to the comment we saw in the previous video, and my general suspicion, like, this should be an infiltration point into the keep proper. Which I'm noticing that suspicious, like, bit here. Can we... Okay, I can't get in from that angle, but what about over here? I mean, obviously it looks like it's accessible. I'm also curious about downward, though, in that courtyard. Okay, let's try to take a look around for additional entryways. Okay, I see some lizards down there. Good to know. Man, I do love my mist feather raven thing. The Lotus Spear is doing pretty good work against these ninja. And I do want to practice this. Okay, for the sake of practice, we'll swap out the Mist Raven Feather for now, put on the Shuriken. Alright, and I want to attach over down here. Oopsie, that is the wrong one. Okay, good. Alright. Doing a quick target lock scan. Don't see anything. Keeping an eye on that ninja on a kite, but he's not making a move yet. But okay, so the entryway is blocked off down here. That's impossible. That's the moon tower, where our lord was first being kept. We've already swam in that water. Okay, block there too. I mean, both the comment and my instincts beforehand were kind of pointing me in this direction, but I'm not seeing the path forward from here, though. Or, more precisely, the path towards where we see all those smoke symbols. Which, okay, so some of them basically are the ninja markers, and some of them are the actual, like, remnants. Okay, like, seriously, how do we get over there? Can I just, like, cut this open? No. Trying to keep an eye out for the purple smoke, because that seemed to be, like, implied to be, like, the official ninja route. And I mean, these, like, little snake dragon markers seem to indicate, like, direction. Or where we can actually grapple. Uh-oh. Okay, good. Yeah, so like right above the head, there's one of the instance markers there. How do we get further up? I mean, I guess we can try to investigate against this wall here. Whoop, hello. Ah, okay, there's that one. I forgot that basically that one does the suicide move. I can't tell if that's a suicide move again or not. Yes, sir. Kite Man finally made his move. We are out of healing now. But we got a path upward, though. Ooh, nice. Okay, Fistful of Ash. Come on, Poison Blade. Alright, Gourd Seed. I mean, I'll gladly take that. In hindsight. Some of the items that we get, even though the repeat items, have, like, unique descriptions, so I'm kind of curious. Oh, we have 2 of these now, okay. But no, okay, so... same description. Alright, let's go ahead and commune. Yeah, let's rest. Like, the ninja basically are outside, so I don't think there'll be any immediate penalty. We'll probably go ahead and put the, our aged Mistreven feather back on. I'll admit, the guy didn't seem like, I mean, obviously he was an actual, like, samurai man, but... I mean, he was targetable, though, and as a comment in an earlier video said, you know, if it's targetable, it's killable, and you should kill it. So, no talking it out. Okay. I guess in we go. Although I'm starting to wonder, is this actually, like, golden path progression? Trying to tell who that person in white is over there. I don't think that's our lord. See, between all the samurai and this person over here, I do not trust that person the most. I should probably go ahead and equip... Where's those ceramic shards? Let's try doing these again. Okay, so in theory, I do wonder, do I throw the shard even if he's like looking directly at me, or is that... Okay, cool. Now the very tricky part. I don't know, like, we should have a special death blow marker here, right? There we go. Alright, that actually worked way better than I thought it would. Okay. The coast seems clear, but almost too clear. Okay, so that actually looks like a normal samurai man. Ooh, okay. I feel like that's an eavesdrop conversation if I've ever seen one. But that's also a long way down, and I don't know if it's easily, like, easy to get back up. Ooh. pellet. And alright, so he heard me trip over these basket things, so that is good to know. Alright, so there are 2 of them. Can I move the body? No, okay. Let's try this again. Not how I pictured that going, but alright. You know, we can cook with this. There we go. Alright, we got 2 items here. Alright, scrap iron. Akko sugar. Treasure. I mean, the thing we just got, or this? Aha! Hear old lady wheezing. Okay, like coin purse. Nice. Again, another prayer bead. 3 out of 4. Okay. Oh, wait. Ah, okay. There's a little above part here. Okay, got you sugar. At some point, we're gonna have to make use of all those sweet candies, but now's not currently the time, I think. So valuable, therefore must be hidden path. Yeah, okay. Okay, no eavesdrop on those guys. Yeah, there's the old lady that we heard. Trying to think of who to take out in and what order. Do that move too. I've studied the way of the blade. Now that said, not quite the best way to go about that. Should have probably tried the umbrella a bit more. Okay. Path going upward. Oop. Okay, Amoeba Balloon of Wealth. No wall to really hug. Yeah, that works. Ouch. Oopsie. Nope. There we go. Ooh, we're so close to a skill point. Okay, we got a pellet. Okay, more ceramic shard. Let's go ahead and swap these back out for a pellet, and let's go ahead and take one of those. Okay, no warning. Okay, another statue. I don't know what's more golden path. This echo, or... Okay, not really.
エマ殿、あれは一体何なのです？
落ち水、そう呼ばれています。
あれがアシナの秘策だというのですか？
はい、飲んだ者は生中には死なぬ。いえ、死ねぬようになります。そして、落ち水もまた。
その源は流院にあるというのだな。
はい。
エマ殿、私には流院が尊いものだととても思えぬ。
Okay, okay. Same dialogue, right? Yeah, okay. So, okay, so... They have like a... Not a deviation, a derivative from the dragon's blood with their rejuvenating waters that makes people immortal, but like not always in a good way? Okay, coconut sugar. Alright, commune with the sculptor idol. Boy, if that don't scream path forward. But what I would actually like to do is that since teleporting now would take us upwards, let's actually take this opportunity to go downwards and see if we can't eavesdrop into that one thing. Oh man. This... Oh boy, okay. Oh boy, this seems like a bad idea maybe. Alright, that actually worked out surprisingly well. Oh, okay, interesting. Nice. I win that exchange. Oh, so close to a skill point. Okay, hoover that up. Alright, eel liver. We've already gotten that before. Is this that blade we were looking for? Yeah, Sabimaru. An ancient Kurachi short sword. Its blade mottled with a bluish rust. Can be fitted to the prosthetic tool to create a can be fitted to the shinobi prosthetic to create a prosthetic tool. Forged by the Ashina clan to resist the inhuman evil that had invaded Ashina in times long forgotten. It was the poisonous gift of the blue rust that finally drove the spirits out. Nice. Very happy to get that. Okay, Goken Sugar. I'm assuming this is that one-way door we came across one time. Yeah, okay, cool. Alright, excellent. Okay, now that just goes up to a blocked little area there. Oh, which door is this one again? Okay, it's the one with like the 5 musket wielders. Alright. Alright, cool. And while I'm down here, there's one thing I was a bit curious about. Those guys that we eavesdropped on this particular bridge talking about salt. Given now we have a trend of everyone we eavesdrop in on tends to drop something that leads us to something good. It's like, alright, we should probably kill those guys. I wonder if I'll be able to make this. Alright, that worked out. That gonna seem like the greater threat. Nothing unique, though. Made it do that. I was trying to vacuum up the coins. Okay, let us... Yeah, let's go ahead back to the dilapidated temple. I'm really hoping that the one very top of the keep is still marked off, but I want to unlock this new poison tool. As is indicated in the Dark Souls games, when I was me being Pyromancer, I do love me my poison sometimes. Oh yeah, we got 2 gourd seeds as well. We should really give them to the doctor. Alright, give gourd seed. Yep. Cool. And give gourd seed. Yeah. Alright, repeat dialogue still. Alright, cool. Well, I got the 2. Alright. Present fit new tool. Sabimaru. Prosthetic tool made with the blade Sabimaru, allowing for a quick series of attacks together with the sword. Cost spirit elements to use. The blue poisonous rust on Sabimaru's blade applies poison status to abnormality. Wielded in wars of old, the blade's blue rust was used to drive off inhuman Okami warrior women. Even now, it is likely to be effective against their descendants. Wow, okay. So just like mash R2 like no tomorrow. Perform a flurry of attacks with both the sword and Sabimaru. Sabimaru's attacks inflict the poison status abnormality. Alright, cool. What do the upgrade paths look like here? Okay. Somewhere on this path, we unlocked new stuff, I think. Here we go. Improved Sabimaru. Yep. Unavailable. I'm assuming it's say unavailable just because we don't have the resources for it. Alright, but an improved Sabimaru with a special mechanism for unleashing the blade. Due to the revised mechanism, one can fluidly swap between two separate sets of attacks as desired. Has a blue rust poison applied to the blade that eats an enemy's defense and inflicts poison status abnormality. Okay, there. Here we go. Piercing Sabimaru. A further improved Sabimaru with a finely sharpened blade. Cost per elements to use. Repeated attacks with the newly sharpened edge of the blade will damage an enemy's vitality and posture even through their guard. The blue rust poison on Sabimaru's blade eats its way into enemies and applies poison. Okay. So it has only the 2 upgrades, seemingly, so far. And yeah, it wasn't this one, whatever this one is, which... That's why I kind of want to spend 500 of my 895 right now on the other intelligence that the intelligence broker has. Alright, let's see here. Yeah, let's swap out the spear right now for Sabimaru. Well, actually, I should double check. Alright, costs only 1 spirit emblem to use. So, good. Alright, let's go ahead and purchase the 3-story pagoda memo. I don't recall having seen a 3-story pagoda, though, so I'm very curious. Alright, memo describing the 3-story pagoda. It is said a precious treasure was once held within Hirata Estate Pagoda. A 3-fold tower stood upon a precipice along a slope lined with bamboo grooves. Seems the treasure is related to shinobi techniques. The truth escapes me, but they call it Blessed Mist. Okay. Memory serves correct. That's the mist raven feather we already got. So okay. Slightly disappointing waste of money there, but it's fine. Fine-ish. Fine-ish for now. Increases resurrected power. Where'd they use this? No, it's a key item. I guess that is just why we have the secondary resurrection marker. Alright, we got 395. I didn't notice any upgrades available for this much we have right now. Alright, upgrade. I mean, honestly... Like, this would be the one I would want to upgrade next. In theory. I haven't even used Sabimaru yet, though, so... Okay. We should be good on just saving money for now. Alright. We got Miss Feather Raven, Sabimaru, and Loaded Umbrella. Alright, cool. Okay, let's go ahead and travel. It's in the castle. Alright, the upper tower, the Ashina Dojo. I'm a bit curious, because we were supposed to be infiltrating the castle, so is this actually main story? Did we just, like, miss it? I guess it would explain why I got very confused when I kind of, like, started going into a giant snake valley. I'm like, why am I here? That said, we were also going through the Buddhist temple, which we do need to get back to. Don't want to get distracted by the main game when we got side stuff to do. I'm really debating on basically like, do we press forward or do we go take care of random side quest stuff? Because yeah, I think this might be story. So yeah, let's go ahead. I know, it's so funny, it's just like, oh no, the game! Quickly, we need to distract ourselves with random stuff. But, like, you know, we were making good progress here, and I think this is where we left off before. Shugendo. I do wonder where this last missing prosthetic tool is, given that the information broker didn't have a lead on it. Yep, okay, so I do recall here. Alright, up the mountain we go. Alright, the hat guys. I mean, we're just gonna need to axe them. Uh-oh! Ah! Uh-oh! This is bad in a variety of ways. Ooh. Freaker broke my neck. Wow, okay. Don't be dragon rot. Don't be dragon rot. Ugh, we lost some money from that too. Honestly, that's probably the more painful part. This guy's like a special one or something. Am I still in combat? Okay, no. Or, yes. Oh, they're way down there. Ooh. Secret path. Alright, maybe balloon of spirit. Isn't that just leading back to where we just came from? Yeah, okay, that'll be leading back to where we... Oh, no, that's a different path. Alright, good to know. Alright, nothing up here. Oh, no, here we go. Okay, gotcha. Sugar. I do like the scenery around here. It's very picturesque. I still wonder where the alert symbol was coming from, though. Okay, good. Whoa! Nope, don't mean to do that. Here we go. All right, ceramic shard. Oh, merchant. Okay. Hello, merchant man.
ご供養いかがかね。こんなところにも死者もあるところ、また供養しあり。仏を忘れば、また弔いもなきゆえにな。さあ、ご供養していきなされ。
Alright, what you got? Huh. A Prisman. I'm always bad at pronouncing these, but I know what they are, though. Okay, a red ripe Prisman. Ready to eat. For a time, allows one to recover posture even when attacking or taking damage. Okay, Ashina Prismans are particularly nutritious, perhaps because the trees grow in such pure water. Prismans become blood blood becomes rice. This may be of help to one short of blood. Okay. 5 colored rice. A gourd with 5 colored rice used by shinobi as landmarks. Intended to be spread on the ground in recognizable patterns. The white gourd is blessed with fertility, and resting at a sculptor's idol will replenish it. This rice is not edible, however. Is that basically prismatic stones? I'm intrigued. Now the question is, though, can we actually afford it? Technically we can. Okay, sell both of those. And then 4 of these. There we go, okay. Some good old 5 colored rice.
死者があるだからまた供養しあり。いずこへ行こうとご供養を欠かさぬようにの。
I wonder, does the rice come pre-filled or not? We need the monocular or not? Maybe not right now. Go ahead, basically put the statue here. I mean, I guess honestly, maybe I should like swap out the different gourds. You know, there's the one we use right now, but I assume that would get replenished once we do a rest. Anything else up here? Okay, not that I'm seeing. Oh. Oh, okay. Oh, okay, now this is the Buddhist that we fought initially. Thing is, though, I thought we had gotten everything, but obviously there is a thing that we missed. Alright, so what happens if I... Okay, so like I thought, that is basically prismatic stones. Alright, cool. I do enjoy those in the Souls game, so... Okay, pacifying agent. Alright, back to the last communed idol. Which, yeah, I know respawned the little hat gremlins, but that's fine. Honestly, I feel like there's probably a better way to deal with them than how I dealt with them before. We should maybe try the, like, actually charging up our axe. Oh. That's not where we came from. Ah, okay, okay. Wasn't there one more? There we go. Much better than before. Alright, up the mountain trail a bit further. Although we did see... Oop. Okay, okay, I see how I should have dealt with this guy. I'm waiting for him to go into, falling into the infinite abyss, I see. Okay, okay. I mean, I guess that's one way to clear a path. Okay. A path upward and a path kind of downward. Oof. I mean, no risk, no reward, alright? Oh! Okay, cool. Let's try that again. Nice. Alright, drop, grab, drop. Okay, heavy coin purse. Really? All that work for just a heavy coin purse? I mean, I'm not gonna say, you know, I'm not gonna turn down a free 500, but I thought that'd be a bit more significant than money. Especially since, like, how do I get back now? That's... Actually, okay, I think I see maybe how to get back? Whoop! Huh. Alright, I mean, I guess back to the last communed idol. Whoa! Okay! Not even the game was ready for that. Alright. We'll do a little edit cut here to be reloading the game and, find out where we are. So, okay, edit cut coming in 3, 2, 1. Alright, where did it... Okay. So it remembered that we're trapped here on this ledge. Cool. Oh. Oh. There's more. Well then, I mean... hold on, I guess we should, drink from our gourd first. Alright. Come on, be something better. Alright, climb up. Climb up again. Okay, this is quite the, obscure path. Whoop. Alright, didn't expect the, poison lizards to fall down on me, but, you know, that works. Free experience. Okay, time to just wall jump up. Alright, let's go ahead and swap out the axe for the shuriken. Okay, what do we got over here? Oh! A white pinwheel. A small pinwheel made of white paper, found below a cliff at Mount Congo. Perhaps it was carried here by the wind. It is simply a single pure white pinwheel. Only the child is right here. Okay, well, we know who to give that to, and that's basically the big guy at the very start who was looking for a pure white flower. Now we just really gotta find a Buddhist statue then. Sure. And I guess connect over here then. Oh, are we on the other side of the bell? I think we are. Okay. Monkey booze. Alcohol created by dew pulled in a hollow tree. Fruits hidden by monkeys in tree hollows can sometimes ferment and turn into sake with a bit of luck. While it's known for its brutally harsh flavor, some find this acquired taste irresistible. Wonder do I give that to the sculptor? He likes his sake, but I thought we had come across someone else who also liked it. So, interesting shortcut opened up. Oh, hello. Now the question is, with this opened up now... So it's secret. Therefore, I should try attacking. Don't quite fully grasp what the clue is trying to tell me. Although, let's go ahead and actually just, like, view the remnant. I guess it was only 3 seconds. Alright, I mean... No? I'm slightly confused. But okay, let's... I think this is kind of the end of this particular side path. But we do know that there's a statue over here, because it goes back to the bell. I'm a bit curious, based on the way that we got over here. Is there an easy way to get to that side of things? Not really seeing it, but... Although... Okay, I'm getting a bit of an idea. So if I go over here... Go here. Go here. It looks like a grapple point over that way. Alright, cool. Okay. Should try Shinobi Death Blow, but Cliff! Trying to get an idea of, like, where we are. Relative to the big guy that we want to give this white pinwheel to. What do you have to say, Remnant? Alright, nothing there. Very kind of ominous here. Red and white pinwheel. A small pinwheel made of red and white paper, found about halfway up Malcongo. The red and white pinwheel simply spin round and round. Everyone is right here. What do you have to say, Remnant? Alright, nothing at all. Now, I don't think we would give the big guy the red and white. That's probably like if you... Right, it's hidden path. I mean, I think that's the path that we came in from. Yeah. Although, does it go in reverse? It should be fine. The main thing is, ideally, there is a statue? I did not expect a European knight suddenly. But I have an idea that might just work. I really hope this works. He only shows 1 health bar. Oh boy. Alright, real quick. He's armored. We know Loaded Spear supposedly is good against armored folk. Ooh, man. Alright, that didn't quite work out. Whew. Okay. Thinking I might know it's maybe. Very much maybe. Don't mind me. So in theory, when he does that, like, lunge forward, there we go. Dang it. Nope. Okay. Just trying to get some breathing space here. Whew. Okay. Dang it. Too far away. Oh boy, ouch. Whew. Swing. Oh, okay. Resurrect. Oh boy, ouch. I do not like these odds. Oh, actually, hold on. Hold on. Stop at the ceramic shard. We do have a way to regain health. Dang it. Oh boy. Okay, unseen aid gone. Cool. Felt like we're so close. I feel like basically when he knocked us down, he had gone himself into a death blow state, but we couldn't capitalize on it. Now the big thing is... Okay. Let's go back to the entrance one. Because, yeah, I want to try and give... I don't know if the big guy would be his son or not. But the big guy was looking for a pure white flower. We felt a bit bad for him, so... There you are, big guy. Hey, cheer up. Give white pinwheel.
真っ白いお花とこれか。
ああ、それはおお、思い出したぞ。皆は越智の巫女様たち。そうか、オラは真っ白い風車を取ろうとしたのか。あの子の分の風車を。なあ、あんた、一つ頼みがあるんだ。
なんだ。
オラを神隠ししちゃくれないかい。
なんだと。
オラ、実は知ってるんだ。あんたは忍びなんだろう。坊様たちが言っていた。忍びは神隠しができるって。
何故それを望む。
神隠しした先にきっと皆がいる。皆のもとに行かねばなんねえ。何せオラは巫女様たちのお世話係だからな。なあ、お願いできねえかな。
But refuse! No! We should accept! Okay, so I can just close it. The repeat dialogue. I wonder, do I need to go back to the dilapidated temple and be like, hey guys, can we take in this big old dude? He needs a place to go. Let's try that real quick. Let's go back to our temple. Okay, travel. Kinda hoping we unlock, like, permission to spirit him away to the temple. The Temple of Rejects. I mean, I think that's kind of fair, but I guess the doctor lady's not really a reject. But I mean, the zombie man's like, this is a temple for, you know, those that are just kind of thrown away. Or have nowhere to go. I do wonder what happens if we, like... wasn't there someone else we could treat to a drink? Okay, we can't ask him about basically like, hey, can we lend shelter to this dude?
Okay,
nothing here. Huh. So I guess, guess give him a drink of monkey booze.
酒を持ってきた。
猿酒か。相も変わらず辛い酒だ。だが、これが懐かしい。
よく飲んでいたのか。
猿どもの住む谷。そこで忍び修行をしておった。
一人か。
いや、二人でじゃな。わしらは はぐれ忍び。まともな死はもはやおらなんだ。故に落ちれば死ぬる谷でただひたすらにかけ飛び刃を交える。そのような修行を重ねた。じき猿と変わらぬほどには動けるようになったが、修行に飽きるとわしはこの猿酒を飲んだ。そしてあやつの泣き虫の指笛を聞いた。
泣き虫？
変わった指輪があってな。それをはめて指笛を吹くと谷に悲しげな音が響き渡るのじゃ。不思議とわしはその音が好きでな。よう吹いてもらったものよ。
Interesting. Also, I kind of expected to learn a technique from that, but alas, no.
わしがそれ
Yeah, okay, that didn't unlock any new dialogue from him.
ではまあ。
Alright, but no option for taking in the big guy. But I guess let's officially refuse him and see if that doesn't, like, lock us out of anything? Because we canceled out of the dialogue, but maybe that doesn't mean we refused him. I am trying to think of how we would not refuse him, but I guess it's like if we know where to take him? I mean, he said he wanted to go where the children were and or those that, like, he can't find anymore, which would imply the, like, weird graveyard that we got the other pinwheel from. Yeah. Okay, I guess refuse.
そうか。もし気が変わったら頼むな。
Okay. So the option is still on the table for when we do know how, for if we change our mind, as it were. And alright, let's go ahead, warp on back. Alright. Back to Shugendo. Oh, actually. Hold on, real quick. I just want to confirm a suspicion of mine. As I was teleporting, I wonder if the Buddha scroll might have anything to say. Like, maybe this big guy is, like, not corrupted yet, and the Buddha scroll's like, tell him this. Nah, okay. Boo. Alright, travel. Back to Shugendo. No, it also seems that if we just follow the path forward, it seems like we'll also get to where we were going before as well. Though, just maybe... take the sneaky path and take out the guys quiet-like. Let's see. I was hitting the wrong button there. Dang it! I don't know, my brain's like R2 for the Spider-Man line, but no, okay. It's L2, L2. But okay. Now, if I was reading it correctly... You know, last time he just kind of fell off on his own. Will we do that again if we do this? Yes. The answer is yes. Do I want to drink? Oh, it's actually maybe... It's a different path. Oh, no, no, okay, it does connect over, okay. And no treasure. To drink or not to drink? We'll drink. Alright, big guy. Round 2.
我が息子のためその刀置いてゆけ
Alright. Dang it. Oh, man. It's that dangest thing about being close enough to him to be able to counter, but not close enough to get hit by that, like, slam down. Oh boy. There we go. Angry. Yeah, I do need to remember to block more often. Okay, good. Oof. I got too concerned on my health. Oh boy. Come on, do the move I can counter. Oh, it's going berserk. Ah, I dodged backwards instead of forward. What?
銃には通じぬなぜそれを返さぬか
Okay, it's going berserk. Alright, I think, yeah. So we do need to basically get him to, like, fall off an edge here. Okay. Resurrect. Run a bit. Eat a pellet. Bunker down. Whew, alright, good. Yay, 4 prayer beads. Nice. Breath of Nature's Shadow, a latent skill that recovers posture upon performing a successful death blow. A shinobi must be prepared for battles in which he is outnumbered. After killing an enemy, one must exhale, expelling both regret and reaffirming one's core to regain posture. Experiencing battles with stronger opponents further deepens this moment of exhalation. Nice. Alright, come on, Buddha statue. There we go. Okay, scrap magnetite. That'll smoke in the distance. I do wonder who he's supposed to be. He was trying to look for something for his son, Robert? Okay, let's go ahead and rest. Let's go ahead and enhance our physical attributes. Although, wait, hold on. No, this should be fine, right? Yeah, if we do this, there we go. Only those who have mastered the Ashina Blade may step foot inside the castle dojo. Ishin will often stop by unannounced just to keep students on their toes. Okay, so that drives all the further that dojo that we kind of poked our head in, that is probably Golden Path. So it's good for us to be doing this completely random, unrelated content first. Truly, this game is very similar to Bloodborne, of like, oh no, story, let's ignore that for a while. Oh boy. But okay, excellent. Physical attributes enhanced, maximum vitality and posture have increased. Been a while since I actually fought a boss, but most bosses seem to be on the actual main path of the game, so our attack power stays relatively low. How many skill points do we have right now? Oh, still only the 1. Yeah, because I'd like to get more of these. Like Ichimonjin double would be nice. Yeah, R1 after Ichimonji or Honed Ichimonji, follow-up Ichimonji, all the Ichimonji. But okay. Alright, we're at about time for today. I'm tempted to keep going, but boy do I do that so often. And it never really is a good idea. I mean, we can get that treasure right there, right? I mean, it's just like right there after all. Okay, ceramic shard. Up over here. Whoop. Oh, are those lizards? Oh no, they're wolves. Okay. It's a bit of a shame because we'll have to take care of the wolves next time, but you know, that's fine. We were just trying to grab the treasure. We were actually wrapping things up. Although, I'm kind of a bit curious here. Let us go... Yeah, let's travel back to the temple. No matter what, we like to wrap things up there. I'm just a bit sad I didn't get to test out the poison blade. So, kind of, let's do maybe a quick round against our samurai friend. I'm trying to think if anyone else makes a better sparring partner, but not with that risk. Actually, do you have any new intel? We're still missing at least one tool. I don't know where it would be. Okay, well not on him, I guess.
ああ、旦那。アシナの城に行くのなら注意しろよ。おかしな奴らがいよいよ大量に入り込んでいやがる。ナイフ固め。アシナ一心は怖いが、いい加減しびれも切れてきたってとこだろうさ。そろそろアシナも潮時かね。
Okay.
じゃあな、旦那。
Alright. Nope, that is... I guess that works. Alright, swap out the spear. For... There we are, Sabimaru. Actually, wait. Alright. Offering box is still empty. Alright, free combat. Applied. Hold on, hold on. I want to test out my stuff here. Work. Attacking me, then the other way around. I want to try out my thing, mister. Okay. Oh yeah, that was the hopping one I should do. Okay, I mean, he's still taking damage. Okay, so it seems like... Oops. Didn't... Okay, no hard feelings, alright, no hard feelings. Alright, good. I mean, I know... Like, there's hitting him and sparring, and there's hitting him and not sparring. I did not mean to start attacking him suddenly. For no good reason there. But okay, so yeah, it looks like with Sapimaru that it, like... Man, I really wish you could just hold it down rather than having to spam it, but it does also seem that yeah, when you spam it, it's not per swing, but maybe every like 2 swings it uses 1 talisman. It's an odd conversion rate. If I rest, is that? Yeah, okay, that restores my talismans. From my reserves, of course, but... You know, turn at 6, we're still relatively comfortable for right now. At some point, we'll need to do a bulk spirit emblem purchase. 314. I don't think we can upgrade anything right now, but we'll take a quick peek. 8% upgrade. Yeah, like we're missing the key ingredients right now. Yeah, I don't think like, yeah, even the most basic one at the loaded spear thrust, like we're missing stuff. Priority right now basically is an improved Sabimaru. I do want to get the Senthro. Senthro basically sounds really cool. Again, I just think back to Giltos in Final Fantasy for the Samurai class. Great Feather Mistraven, and the hat upgrades. That's kind of like the current ones I'm most eyeing. I wouldn't mind the Phantom Kunai, but like, I'd probably prefer the Senthro as like a Kunai variant. Although I guess in hindsight, yeah, inflicts more damage, but I assume that's only more damage when the opponent doesn't block it. So it'd have to be like as they're recoiling or something. Or when they're vulnerable. That'd be the one iffy part about that. Okay. Yeah, and if we touch that, that'll just take us back to the memory, so no menu there. Alright. So, come next time, we'll continue our climb upwards on the mountain. Hopefully we find some way to help out the big guy. Kind of feel a bit bad for him. Like, I'm glad he seemed to cheer up from us showing him the white pinwheel, but it is also FromSoft. This is our climb to Elden Ring, so I feel like it's going to be one of those things where it's like, no matter what, his ending's going to be depressing. It's going to be like, and then the big guy, like, you do spear him away and he murders everybody, or you do spear him away and he becomes a ghost, or you don't spear him away and he becomes an undead zombie man. Oh boy. I wonder what would happen had I given him the other pinwheel, but like, that'd be kind of a dick move. Like, that's kind of taking advantage of him, like, not being all there mentally and just kind of being like, it'd be like luring the samurai man to the evil doctor dude instead of the ghost. The ghost still resulted in him dying, but he seemed happier. We're all gonna die at some point. Might as well be happy. And yes, on that cheerful note, let's go ahead and wrap things up here. And yeah, like I said, next time, more temple. And maybe main quest story. Like, we have to push forward at some point there, but it's kind of the Bloodborne syndrome where I'm like, you know, there's so much I want to explore first. And trying to figure out priorities there is a bit of a mixed bag, especially with us missing a prosthetic tool. I'll probably not feel as hesitant for progress once we get all the prosthetic tools, but like, until then, a bit hesitant. So, yes, next time, more temple. And, until then, later.